Here's an interesting fact about what we're about to read. We're in the very exact middle of the Torah. In fact, a couple words on the word darosh. That sheen in darosh is regarded as the middle letter of the Torah. And I believe it's written a little bit bigger. Leslie will have to tell me. Have to tell us. Make sure. You know how there's bigger letters and littler letters in the Torah, all kinds of reasons and different things like that. I think this one is the middle letter of the Torah. And it's very interesting that there's a note in the Etz Chaim Chumash. If you don't have it, I'll share it with you, just in anticipation. The word darosh is inquire. You've probably heard of it like a drash. The rabbi's going to offer a drash, right? Or beit midrash, to study, to learn, to inquire, all these sorts of connotations in this word with the shorish dalet resh shin. The translation in the Etz Chaim Chumash is very interesting. The word translated as inquired, darash, is said to be the middle word of the Torah. And with a teaching from Emet Ve'emunah, the essence of the Torah is continued inquiry and study. The ideal Jew is not so much a learned Jew as a learning Jew. Obviously, I thought that was worth sharing. I hope you liked it too.
Rabbi,
Yes,
you know
Bill?
who is really happy this morning all over the place on Shabbat morning? Those who are doing Hagbah.
Right, because it's very even.
Even.
It's a very even Torah. Well, you say that as a Hagbah expert. You'll be doing that later.
I have empathy for everyone.
But don't jump us through the Torah reading just yet, Bill. We still got some readings to do before we get to Hagbah.
I'm just saying, it's one of those.
I know. After this, it's all downhill. It's like the days start getting, shorter or something like that time of the year.
For the right-handers, it's okay. For the left-handers, it's a problem.
That's right. So that's what we're going to see here. What is Moshe? What is Moses inquiring about? I remember I told you Moshe is rattled. He's rattled by what has just happened to him. And he's angry. He lets his personal grief anger him because he's going to go after his brother. Why didn't you eat the chatat, the purification offering, the way you were supposed to? Moshe, if you read the notes, if you're following along, if you remember, he's forgotten that in their grief, in their mourning, they're not supposed to be eating it. But it's an and there's great commentary here, this incredible moment where Moshe allows his own anger and his own anguish and his grief to overtake him, and he loses his perspective. He loses his thought. But the most amazing thing is how this little episode ends, is after he goes after Aaron, his brother, and Aaron explains what happened. In the final verse, what Leslie's about to read for us, we see that Moshe, as Rashi points out, acknowledges he was wrong, admits that he made a mistake, feels badly, but most importantly, acknowledges, and we assume, I think rightly, that he apologizes. Great lesson there. Even Moshe is not above what happens to all of us sometimes when our emotions get the better of us.